Well, happy to have you along, everyone. I'm Maurice Landon, joined to my left by Mr. Herman Howard, and we have football here tonight from Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. Marshall, Tyler Legacy, the Red Raiders trying to get their first victory of the season. Marshall trying to keep that streak a little bit longer. They don't want to be the one that has that domino fall on them.
Absolutely, Reese. A lot is at stake for both programs. For Tyler Legacy, 0-2, that very tough loss last week, but they battled back down by 19 in the second half, but only to fall short on that 4th-and-1 play. Meanwhile, for Marshall, 1-1 on the season. But the one interesting note about Marshall is that they defeated Tyler High in the opener of the couple weeks ago for the Mavericks. So I think this will be a very interesting matchup. Offense will be the key tonight.
Yeah, both teams complete contrast of styles. Marshall, they're going to run like the 85 Bears. They do not want to throw the football very much at all in their run game. Samaj Gatson leading that crew is very, very strong when it's right. It was right against Tyler High, but last week against Longview, it really slowed to a halt.
Yes, they lost by a score of 42-7 against a very strong Longview team at Longview. So we'll see what they'll do tonight. Another road game for the Mavericks, especially against this Tyler Legacy team. I think the key for Marshall is that, of course, that ground attack, but also what will Tyler Legacy be able to do to the defensive end last week against Tyler High?
Well, it should be interesting, and we talk about Tyler Legacy. They want to throw the football. We know that coming in as well as anyone. Zach Davis, 7 yards last week off of breaking the school record. 368 total yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Zay Hood, John Price Rayner both caught 2 touchdowns. What does Tyler Legacy have to do tonight in order to sustain that passing game? Not only doing that, but stopping the Marshall ground attack.
I think they have to do several things, especially on offense. They have to maintain their consistency on offense,
Sure.
especially with Davis as the quarterback and also with Love in the main setback. Just continue what they did last week. I think that will bode well for Tyler Legacy tonight. But also on the defensive side, they have to shut down that ground attack, as you mentioned, because that Marshall running attack is so potent, even though 2 weeks they're 1-1. But so far, when you can compare that, they have rushed for 494 yards as a team through 2 weeks. So I think that'd be real critical for Tyler Legacy on defense tonight.
Well, you talk about Jace Love, and this is a kid who did not expect at all to be getting a bunch of carries earlier in the year. He was the 3rd-string running back at the start of the year, but injuries have put him on the forefront, and he's responded. Back-to-back 100-plus-yard rushing games.
Yes, Love, he's done an outstanding job in with the running back, especially between the tackles. And also another important part is that he is so fast, especially outside the tackles, and he created damage last week against Tyler High. We'll see what he'll be able to do against the Mavericks tonight.
Well, the Mavericks, they're 1-1 coming in. The game against Tyler High, it was rain-soaked. There was a lot of bad snaps on Tyler High's side. I don't think the final score is truly indicative of where those two teams were. But we talk about Tyler Legacy. They took a step forward last week. Losing by just 5, that passing game was humming. What do they got to do tonight to find their first victory of the season?
I think they have to be consistent on offense, avoid the turnovers. They are -2 in the turnover margin so far through the first 2 weeks, and also to improve on 3rd down conversions. They did a little bit last week in comparison to week 1, so maintain consistency on 3rd downs, avoid the turnovers, and also Zach Davis, the quarterback, has to be key for the Red Raiders tonight. He has to maintain his poise in the pocket, and when he's under pressure, he either has to roll out.
Apologize for that technical difficulty. It's still early on for us as well, but we talk about this game coming in. You mentioned turnover differential. +2 for Marshall, -2 for Tyler Legacy. They've got to be on the right side of that tonight if they want to win, correct?
Absolutely. Turnovers is really the key in regards to being a winning team and also a losing team. We've seen that in the first couple of weeks there, Reese, and also that will bode well, especially for the Red Raiders tonight, is that they have to avoid the turnovers, the penalties, and the mistakes if they want to notch their first win of the regular season.
Well, we'll catch it all here tonight from Rose Stadium. We are here live on YouTube. Remember, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You can catch every one of our broadcasts. Stay tuned. You're watching Tyler. 2, 1. Well, welcome back here in live at Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. I'm Reese Lannon, Herman Howard to my right, and we're going to go through the Tyler Legacy starting lineup here after the kickoff, as Tyler Legacy won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So the Red Raiders and their defense, which has given up some points in the first couple weeks, they're the aggressors here to start this one.
Yes, when you talk about the Red Raiders so far through the first 2 weeks, Reese, they've been outscored 80-51. You talk about that high-scoring affair last week, 43-38. So for Tyler Legacy, they needed to get off to another great start. You mentioned off air is that in last week's thrilling matchup, 30 points were scored in the first quarter alone.
So the Red Raiders get ready to tee it up, and it's August Williford who hit on a big field goal last week from 39 yards as he'll boot it away, and we're about ready to get going. Earl Campbell Field, Rose Stadium, and we're underway. Low line drive nearing the 10-yard line as it skips off the hand, or no, rather does not touch the Marshall returner, and it's into the end zone for a touchback. So let's meet the starting lineups first. Introduce the offense for Tyler Legacy, Mr. Herman Howard.
Yes, we talk about the Tyler Legacy offense. They've been very explosive last week, so let's go from left to right. The receivers are Hood. The tight end is Bryce Rayner. The quarterback, of course, is Zach Davis. The setback is Jace Love. The wide receiver is Brown. And also, Ayaga is the other wide receiver to the right side. And the offensive line from left to right is Johnson, Miller, Acker, Power, and Jackson.
So here's the other side, Tyler Legacy defense lining up. No Ethan Brown, at least to start this game. He's been banged up all week. It's Davis, Romo, Garner, and LaDavian Johnson. They go 4 defensive linemen this week. Sibley, Humber, Kirksey. Then the back end, Jackson, Walden, Brown, and Alexander. As here's a give up the middle on the first play from scrimmage, and a solid run out near the 32-yard line that time for Marshall. Bring up second and short. These two teams meeting for the first time in a long time, actually, 2019. These teams used to play every single year, going back to the heydays of the District of Doom, which, of course, you had Longview, you had Marshall, you had Lufkin, Tyler Legacy, Tyler High, amongst others. As it appears, there's an injury, and I think that's LaDavian Johnson down on the field, and the athletic training staff is going out to attend to him. It is LaDavian Johnson injured on the field, so we're going to hit a short timeout. 11:30 to play here, first quarter. Actually, no, we're going to let this one keep rolling. Johnson to his feet, being helped off onto the sideline. Hopefully he is okay.
He went to the ground right before the Mavericks went right to the line of scrimmage, so that was rather of a late hesitation there by Johnson, so we hope that he's okay.
So Tyler Legacy's Adam Anderson, the junior, is in at defensive tackle for him. This is a guy with some football bloodlines. As the give up the middle, bouncing to the left. A lot of room here for the back in Samaj Gatson as he's all the way out near midfield. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 Marshall.
Well, Gadsden's one of the big three on their offense as well. The senior running back had 23 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown several weeks ago against Tyler High.
Last week, he was a little more limited. Just 38 total yards last week for Samaj Gatson, but it's not just him. It's also Isaiah Bush and Keontae Elias. Marshall operating out of this big spread formation. Couple of tight ends. The give here, bouncing to the left, is Isaiah Bush, and he's ushered out of bounds across midfield at about the 49-yard line. Pickup of about 7 that time.
That's a two-headed monster on offense with their running backs, Bush and Gadsden. And we mentioned in the pregame, Reese, is that they've gone exclusively with the running game this season. So far, we have seen that in the first couple of plays.
Marshall very ground and pound. They're not going to throw the ball very much. You look at the numbers, Alden Henderson, the quarterback, just 28 passes. Henderson under center this time. Bush is the setback. Couple of tight ends, couple of receivers. As he fumbles the snap, pitches off to Bush, and Bush picks his way for a first down and then some. Across the 40 and all the way near the 35-yard line. Tyler Legacy, they've had issues tackling this year, and it showed up that time.
Yes, that's a good run there by Isaiah Bush. He breaks some tackles and cuts off to the left, scampers all the way to the 35-yard line for a first down for the Mavericks on their opening drive. And this is what, for the Mavericks, this is what they want to do there, Reese. Pound with the football, take time off the clock, and also to keep quarterback Zach Davis and Jace Love off the football field.
So 1st and 10 here from the 35-yard line. Snap to Henderson, who's going to throw it here on the slant, and it is caught, quickly thrown backwards. Zion Alexander making the tackle. On the catch that time was Rajon Sims.
Sims is a 5'11", 160-pound senior. Had 4 receptions for 22 yards and also had a rush for 47 yards last season. So he is a good wide receiver. He's very fast on the outside at only 160 pounds.
So they'll go twins to the left here, will the Mavericks. Another couple of tight ends. 2nd and 5 here. Tyler Legacy looking for some push defensively. Quick pitch here and a lot of room. Moving Gatson inside the 20. Gatson at the 10, and Samaj Gatson will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Mavericks. That was too easy.
My, oh my. Opening drive. Gatson takes the handoff, cuts to the outside, uses his God-given talent, outstanding speed, races out against the Red Raiders defense, down to the far side to the end zone for the 30-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Reese, the Mavericks, they strike first.
So what a start for Marshall. The extra point try coming. It is up, and it is good. That'll make it 7-0. 9:55 to play here, first quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium as we pick things up here. Marshall scoring the quick touchdown. They lead this one by a score of 7-0 as they will kick it away here. Tyler Legacy dropping back to pick it up across the 15 to the 20 and hit hard on the return. Tyler Legacy's drive will start at their own 20. McCarry and Howley on the return that time.
Well, Reese, that was all Gatson on that drive, but that 30-yard run with his outstanding speed, point after, and for Tyler Legacy, quickly down by a score of 7-0. We'll see what quarterback Zach Davis will do on this opening drive of the game.
So Tyler Legacy now with the football. So they try to figure out something offensively. 1st and 10 here. As Davis in the gun, and he will give off to Jace Love, and a good run here on 1st down for the Red Raiders. Goes about to the 26-yard line, 2nd and medium.
Jace Love will be the key for the Red Raiders on offense tonight. You mentioned earlier he had 21 carries for $103 last week.
2nd and 5. Here's a fake, a quick throw. J.P. Rayner's got it across the 35, across the 40. Can they bring him down? J.P. Rayner all the way to the 45-yard line. That's like a runaway train in the open field.
Sure is. J.P. Rayner, 6', 175-pound senior, makes the catch and takes several Marshall defenders with him for the 1st down to the 45-yard line. A great play.
Davis in the gun, play action, looking downfield, firing left, and just out of the reach of his intended receiver. I believe that was Zay Hood.
Pass was just thrown a little bit too far to the left and to the high side over his left shoulder. Hood was unable to make the catch at the far side 50-yard line.
Zay Hood, we talked about in the pregame, 4 catches, 171, and 2 scores last week. He is going to be a key player here tonight for the Red Raiders. 2nd and 10. Davis fakes, throws long side. It's caught by Agaya, who evades a defender across the 50 and spinning his way to the 47-yard line. That's some good run after catch.
Especially after he was able to break that tackle at midfield, and then he was able to hustle his way into the Mavericks territory.
Quickly here, Tyler Legacy. Jace Love gets it, bouncing it to the left. Jace Love has a crease, 35, and knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Tempo for Legacy, and it works.
They've picked up from where they left off last week. against Tyler High on their opening drive. Give credit to the Red Raiders and especially their offensive line.
Tyler Legacy is much bigger in the trenches than that Marshall defensive line, and they're going to try to take advantage of that here tonight. Play action, man wide open, downfield, walk-in, touchdown. Oh my goodness, to Caden Brown, got left all alone, and the Red Raiders strike right back.
Oh my goodness, Reese. Brown was wide open in the near flat, and then Zach Davis only had to do is just loft it to him. What an easy catch by Brown, but an outstanding drive by the Red Raiders to counter that touchdown run by Gadsden and Marshall earlier.
Well, look at this. Zach Davis is the one under center, and now he's going to drop back, and they're just going to kick the extra point. Ethan Brown was a game-time decision, but it appears that he will not play here tonight. Ethan Brown normally the one of those Wildcat sets. Extra point, August Williford. Straight up, straight true. Tyler Legacy has tied this one at 7. Man, we might have another high-scoring game on our hands. We'll see. 8:47 to play here, first quarter. Tied at 7. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here out of the timeout as kickoff is going to go out of bounds here for Tyler Legacy. So pretty good field position for Marshall to start. And Herman, I said before the game, I don't think we're going to have the scoring that we had last game, but at least by initial indications, I think we might.
Yeah, I think you're right there, my friend. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Gadsden led it off for Marshall with that 30-yard run, and then moments ago, Tyler Legacy on a beautiful 32-yard touchdown pass as Zach Davis hits Brown down the left sideline. Wide open. He was wide open for about 10 yards.
Yeah.
And he could just simply walked into the left side of the end zone, and the point after is good. Here we go. We're even at 7. We're still early in the first frame.
So back onto the field of the Mavericks, who had no problems moving the ball quickly downfield last time. Alden Henderson under center here as he hands straight ahead, and picking ahead is Isaiah Bush for about 5 to the 35-yard line. Marshall's lines, the offensive line is a little bit bigger than the defensive line, but you look at how they match up with the Tyler Legacy defensive line, it looks like Legacy might have a size advantage, but early on, you haven't been able to tell that.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you take a look at the Marshall offensive front, they average 269 pounds per man.
So Tyler Legacy trying to finally get Marshall behind the chains a little bit, as here's a quick pitch. Marshall loves to do this, and wrapped up quickly that time is Bush. He only gets a couple.
Fine pursuit by the front 4 of Tyler Legacy. That's what they need to do, put pressure against this offensive line by the Mavericks of Marshall.
So it's going to bring up third down. Look like Bauer Sibley, the younger brother of former Red Raider Barrett Sibley, who made almost 100 tackles last year for the Black and Red. Jaden Walden, who takes the place of Ethan Brown here tonight due to injury. It's 3rd and 3 here for Marshall. I would think they're going to stick to the ground game because they've been getting 5, 6, 7 yards a pop here early, but we'll see. Shotgun snap, and it's a play action. No, it's a quarterback keeper off the fake, and a hand to about the 43-yard line. That's a first down for Alton Henderson.
Well, for Marshall, they're able to stay on the field with that 3rd down run. So for Tyler Legacy, one of the problems they had last week, Reese, is that on 3rd downs, they were unable to get off the field against Tyler High. So I think that will be one of the keys as we move forward in this first half.
Well, Tyler Legacy certainly trying to find a way defensively to dig in a little bit. They're in that 4-3 front this week due to the run-heavy nature of Marshall. So it's a new thing and a quick adjustment. Quick pitch to Bush here, and he is hit hard after a gain of about 3. Around the football that time, it looked like Hector Romo, as well as a couple of other Red Raiders, Nathaniel Kirksey as well. And Nathaniel Kirksey had a huge game last week. He made 21 tackles in the loss against Tyler High.
He also leads the team with 32 total tackles through 2 weeks of play. So Kirksey has done an outstanding job on the defensive end for Tyler Legacy.
Well, he had 160 of them last year, but he's on pace to top that this year. Henderson under center as he gives straight ahead to Bush. Bush hitting the hole, and here comes the Tyler Legacy defense. Maybe a yard that time. Good rally to the football as somebody lost their helmet down there.
That was a nice head-on play by Jacob Harris with that first hit. He wraps him up, hits him with the right shoulder. The junior had 1 tackle and an assist last week.
Losing their helmet that time. Do not have a number. That might have been Cajun Dixon, as we have an injured Marshall Maverick on the field. And with that, we're going to step aside. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 out of the timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here as we pick things up following the injured Maverick. Our best wishes to him. 3rd and about 4 here for Marshall as they try to pick up back-to-back 3rd downs. Henderson, quick pitch, Bush. Bush working through an arm tackle. He's got a 1st down and more across the 40 and chased down from behind by a couple of Red Raiders. And that is Isaiah Bush being patient and finding the sticks.
Isaiah Bush is that scat back type of a running back. He's able to break tackles and also able to shake his way forward inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. A good gain by Isaiah Bush.
And there is an injured Red Raider on the field. I think that's Nathaniel Kirksey. And it is Nathaniel Kirksey who is down on his back on the field as he's being lifted up by his teammate. And now I think he's being told just to stay down on the field. So we have an injury. Kirksey getting up quickly. He's on his way to the sideline. Looks like he just gave the thumbs up signal.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's okay. That's certainly somebody Tyler Legacy cannot afford to lose.
Especially your team's leading tackler and also the heart and soul of your defense for the first 2 weeks of the season. And we mentioned earlier, Reese, for Tyler Legacy, they've had problems on 3rd down conversions for Marshall. 2 out of 2 on 3rd down conversions so far in this opening quarter.
Well, for some reason right now, Cabralin Jackson is out of the game. Into the game, Nehemiah Forge. Here's a give up the middle to Bush. Bush breaking and running through a man. Still on his feet, Isaiah Bush. There is a flag. This might be coming back. There's a flag thrown as Bush started to break away. Thrown at the 20. What a hard run that time by Isaiah Bush, but wait on the penalty.
What a hard hit he took. He's able to break some tackles up the middle there, Reese. That was the big thing, but looks like, as you mentioned, that this will come back.
So we'll see where it's spotted because the flag definitely came in after Bush had gained some significant yardage. And Marshall might end up still gaining a couple of yards out of this.
Well, you have to give credit to first-year head coach Jason Hammett for Marshall. They have done an outstanding job with their ground attack, not only tonight, but also in the first 2 weeks of the season. That has been the difference in their campaign. This is a team that has lost 18 seniors from last season.
So Marshall ends up gaining a couple of yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Henderson in the gun this time. Bush the setback to his left. Here's a pass. Henderson looking left. Now tries to get away from the rush and does. He does spin away from Sibley. There's a flag down behind the play, and I think we're going to have another hold. First down yardage.
Yeah. Henderson is an elite athlete, 5'7", 165-pound junior. He's able to spin away from several defenders, but the holding penalty against the Mavericks will move it back.
So Marshall with a couple of faulty plays on the offensive line here early. Henderson doing a great job to avoid the rush. He's only 5'7", a $165, so he's not the biggest guy back there, but certainly can deke out defenders.
Especially when he gets into the open field, as we noticed there moments ago.
See Cajun Dixon into the game, the junior, as Adam Anderson checks out. Tyler Legacy's defense just has not been able to slow down Marshall as of yet. So it's going to bring up first and about, we'll call it 18. Bush, the lone setback. Twins to the left. Quick pitch again to Bush. They love that play. Bush working left, stiff-arming a man. He's got a first down and more, and Bush all the way near the first down marker. And I think he's going to be a yard short.
That was just speed right there by Isaiah Bush, Reese. Takes the pitch out on the toss, races to the far side, and outruns several Red Raiders defenders as he's able to angle his way inside the 30-yard line. Fine play by Isaiah Bush.
This Isaiah Bush kid is physical. He's fast. He'll run through you. He'll run around you. Doesn't really matter. Almost 200 yards already on the year. Coming in, I should say. It's well over that now after the start of today. So to bring up 2nd and 1 here for Henderson and company. As he's looking right, steps up in the pocket, he eludes the rush, working across the 25 and down at about the 20-yard line. First down, Marshall.
7-yard run by Henderson, and he is so elusive when he's in the open field, Reese. That has been one of the key factors for this Mavericks offense, is the play of Alton Henderson, the junior quarterback.
So to bring up 1st and 10 here, right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Henderson in the pistol, or rather under center. Here comes a blitz from Tyler Legacy. It gets home, but Gatson out of a tackle, and he's going to spin to the 15-yard line. Well, it's the right concept. Legacy got home, but the arm tackles just have not worked here tonight so far.
That was Jacob Harris on that blitz from the far side for Tyler Legacy. Perhaps that was what the situation for the Red Raiders, and maybe they have to adjust their defense. They now this week going with that 4-3, but also probably bringing that blitz for the first time tonight. We'll see if the Red Raiders will continue to use that throughout this game.
Marshall does not have a negative play offensively yet. Henderson under center. Marshall really switches it around. They go gun, under center, and the pistol. Here's a give straight ahead to Gatson, who works for first down yardage. It's going to be 1st and goal Mavericks with 3:28 and ticking here in the first quarter.
And one thing we've noticed, Reese, is that for the Mavericks of Marshall, with this ground and pound attack, they're taking a lot of time off the clock in this first quarter. Once again, they want to keep Davis and an explosive Red Raider offense on the near sideline.
Well, Tyler Legacy's defense has got to dig their feet in now. Backs against the wall, 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Bush back into the game. And here's a quick give to Bush, working near the 5-yard line and finally brought down around the 3-yard line. So Marshall on the doorstep as they continue to dwindle the clock here in the first quarter. We're under 3 minutes to play.
The difference for this Marshall offense in the first quarter, Reese, has been yards after contact. And that's another example right there, is that when Bush gets the football, he doesn't go down once he gets hit. He also takes several yards after that first initial hit against the Red Raiders defense.
So here is a flag as Tyler Legacy had initially pointed like it might go the other way, but I think this might be encroachment.
Yeah.
And it is an offsides penalty. And something to note, Ethan Brown is now in the game for Tyler Legacy. So he was banged up coming into the week. We heard he might play, he might not. Didn't see him much early, but Tyler Legacy's defense getting moved backwards, and Brown is now into the game. Still the 4-3.
Yeah, second on the team in tackles with 24.
Bush the setback here as Henderson under center. Snap back, Bush on the hand, Bush pushing ahead. Did he get into the end zone? No, he did not. So Tyler Legacy with a bit of a stand that time, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 1.
Very, very close on that play. Give the Red Raiders defense a lot of credit with that push up the middle, which prevents the touchdown.
Working quickly here, Marshall. This might be a quarterback sneak. Here comes the tush push. Tyler Legacy trying to dig in. Straight ahead, Henderson. He's in. Touchdown, Mavericks. Well, you see the Philadelphia Eagles perfect the tush push, and that time Marshall pulls it out of their hat.
Alton Henderson with the touchdown run just plunges right up the middle against the Red Raiders defense. Once again, Reese, the offensive line for Marshall much credit. They're able to just pound the rock right against the teeth of the Red Raiders defense for their 2nd touchdown in this first quarter with the lead.
Marshall certainly moving people here early as the extra point by Jesus Grimaldo is up, and it is good. So Marshall, they have taken a 14-7 lead. 1:44 to play here in the first quarter. Stay tuned. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Back out of the timeout as Marshall has taken the lead 14-7 in this one. 1:44 to play in the first quarter. Riesland and Herman Howard as the kick here by Grimaldo goes straight out of bounds towards the Marshall sideline. That'll give Tyler Legacy pretty good field position at the Maverick 30-yard line.
Story of the first quarter, Reese, has been the Marshall ground attack. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns against the heart of the Red Raiders defense. So the key question now for the Red Raiders is that how will Zach Davis and the Tyler Legacy offense respond after being on the sidelines for quite a bit of time?
Davis and company really moved the ball quickly in their first drive. They used that offensive line size advantage. The line looked much better last week as compared to week 1, and on that first drive, they were really clicking. So 1st and 10 here from the 30. Davis looking left, throwing left. Micah Gaia spinning all the way near the 40. The ball came out. It's picked up by Tyler Legacy, and Caden Brown is all the way near midfield, and he gets pulled down hard. Eric Miller was asking for a horse collar penalty, but none called, so evidently that ball did come out.
And that was a huge break for Tyler Legacy to recover the football after that fumble.
Moving quickly. Here's a give to Jace Love, who is swallowed up quickly. There's big number 99, Breon Williams, the sophomore defensive tackle, comes through and wrecks that play.
Breon Williams is 6'1", 327 pounds, Reese. Only a sophomore. He comes up huge on that tackle.
Well, that's the one spot on the line where Tyler Legacy is not bigger. It's going to be a combination of Eric Miller, Nathan Power, and Cash Acker having to deal with him all night. Davis gets the snap. Marshall brings pressure. Throw wide open. J.P. Rayner across the 40, and Rayner nearing the 35. He's still going, and he's tackled at the 34-yard line. Well, J.P. Rayner is like a running back in the open field.
Yes, indeed, like a bowling ball made that catch and across the middle of the field, wide open for the big first down.
Red Raiders moving very quickly. Davis fakes. Davis throws. Micah Gaia deeks to the inside, spinning again, and he's near the 26-yard line. And the tempo here, something that head coach Bo Trahan really wants to run, is working right now for the red jerseys. 2nd and short. Jace Love with the inside give as he plunges across the 25, and he's got a first down. Marshall desperately getting subs in and out of the game right now. We're not even very deep into this drive, and Marshall's looking gassed, and flags fly, and I'm not sure Marshall got everybody off the field. And we are going to get a timeout. The tempo is just eating the Mavericks alive. That's their first time out of the break. We'll keep it right here. Herman, what are you seeing right now from Tyler Legacy?
Well, especially after being down, you have to give them credit. What an outstanding job, and really with their quick tempo offense led by quarterback Zach Davis, and also with the fine receiving play, especially by Rayner over the middle. I think that's been the big factor for Tyler Legacy on offense, to put the pressure on the Marshall defense, and also the size advantage for Tyler Legacy's offensive line against the Marshall defensive line has really boded well for Tyler Legacy, for the Red Raiders, not only on this drive but also throughout the game, because they scored earlier on that quick tempo drive to tie the game at 7.
Well, Bo Trahan wants to go, go, go. That was his thing at Tulsa, where he led some very explosive, high-powered passing offenses for the Golden Hurricane. He brings that here to Tyler, and he's got the Red Raiders working with it here early. It's the quick RPO game that is really giving Marshall fits right now as well. Davis in the offset gun. Here's a quick throw. Micah Agaya has been huge here early. That one just about 3.5 yards, but Agaya continues to get quick passes here. That's his 4th catch already tonight.
Especially in the flats, where he's very dangerous, and also he can elude defenders and break tackles.
Davis looking, Davis throwing, dangerous pass, and broken up that time by Marshall's Damian Smith Jr. Davis trying to fit that one into a tight window. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's Marshall 14, Tyler Legacy 7. They'll have a 3rd and 7 coming out of the timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by Wagoner Cadillac. Well, back here out of the timeout, we start the second quarter here from Rose Stadium in Tyler. Big 3rd and 7 here for the Red Raiders. They split 4 wide. Snap back to Davis, looking right, the pressure getting to him, trying to roll away, and now rolling away. He gets away from pressure, taking off, and actually he's going to lose a couple of yards as there is an injured Maverick back near the 40-yard line.
Well, Reese, for the first time, the Mavericks have elected to go with the blitz on defense on that 3rd down and 7, and that forced Zach Davis to roll out to the nearest side under pressure, and he's able to just run out of bounds. So that was a good call for the Mavericks on defense to go with the blitz on 3rd down and 7.
Caden Rogers is the injured Maverick on the field, and this is a guy they really do not want to lose. 66 tackles and 4 sacks last year, 29 tackles as a sophomore 2 years ago. He's being helped off by the trainer, nursing that right arm. As Tyler Legacy here on 4th and 10, setting up for a field goal as Rogers still being escorted off. And Marshall with some late movement here on the defensive line. So August Williford, this is a tough kick. 40 yards here for the senior. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is no good. He pushed it right. Had the distance, but Williford's kick misses just to the right. So a promising Red Raider drive comes up with no points. Marshall gets the first stop of the game by either side. 11:48 to play here, second quarter. 14-7 in favor of the Mavericks. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletic. So out of the timeout, it's going to be the Red Raider defense trying to respond following the first stop of the game by either side. Play action here. Henderson rolling to the right, looking downfield, lofting into traffic along the sideline, and that is a catch near the 45-yard line, sliding out of bounds. The catch made by Tyler Jonigan.
What a play by Jonigan, who had his concentration, angles to the far sideline, is able to keep his foot in bounds at the far side in front of his own bench for the big first down and the big offensive pass play of the game for the Marshall Mavericks.
Ethan Brown is back out there defensively, even in the 4-3. Tyler Legacy creeping close to the line here. Henderson under center. Quick pitch to Bush. Bush working across the 50 and spinning out of a tackle. Rather, Gatson that time carrying the ball all the way to the 43-yard line. First down, Marshall.
Boy, Gatson is so dangerous in between the tackles there. Reese breaks several tackles once again. Yards after contact inside the 45-yard line of Tyler Legacy. So, lo and behold, the Marshall Mavericks are on the move.
So, 1st and 10 here from the 43-yard line for Marshall. And Bush back into the game as the back here. Marshall just pushing back the Red Raider defense here early. Henderson takes a snap, gives straight off to Bush as Henderson fell down, and Bush another great gain out near the 37-yard line. I mean, it's just chunk play after chunk play. Not only has Marshall not been tackled for a loss, Herman, they've rarely had any runs for less than 3 yards.
Absolutely. That was a power run by Isaiah Bush off the right tackle. Takes several defenders with him, and he plows his way inside the 40-yard line to the 37. Another good gain by Isaiah Bush.
2nd and 4 here. Marshall continuing to split 2 wide receivers out. As Henderson back to pass here, he's going to throw the goal ball down the left sideline, and it falls short of his intended receiver that time. That was Rajon Sims.
Sims had his man beat down the left side, but the pass, as you mentioned, by Henderson was just simply underthrown. So I think that just comes with timing and practice, especially on those deep routes for the Marshall Mavericks.
I think that call on 2nd and 4 tells you how much confidence Marshall's offense has in their run game to pick up the first down in the next couple of downs. Wasn't bad coverage, but Sims definitely had a step, and a perfect throw might have been 6. Here's a give to Sims inside as he's going to pick up a first down. Spun down near the 30-yard line. First down, Mavericks.
So for Marshall, they are 3 out of 3 on 3rd down conversion. So that is very critical because, once again, the Red Raiders, they have to remain on the field.
1st and 10 here for the Marshall offense. Tyler Legacy's defense continuing to play on their heels. Bush, the tailback again. Marshall keeps their backs very close to the quarterback. Bush is only about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. He gets the call again. Bush inside the 25, spun down right near a first down. I think he got it. And the chains will move. First down, gain of 10.
Once again, it's the offensive line. Give them credit. Perkins, Pena, Hammond, Jay Howard, and Antoine Sims has been the difference for the Marshall Mavericks in the first half of this game.
Tyler Legacy getting some late substitutions off the field. Give here to Samaj Gatson, who works through a tackle. 15, 10, 5. Samaj Gatson leaning for the pylon, and he's a couple of yards short out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Mavericks.
What was big about that play, that when Gatson took the handoff, he was hit in the backfield. He's able to shrug that off and then scamper his way inside the 5-yard line. So another big play by the Marshall Mavericks.
Marshall 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. I would think the smart money here is on big number 22, Isaiah Bush, getting the rock.
Right.
Bush the setback. Henderson looking over the sideline, and Marshall moved. So a penalty at the 2-yard line is going to bounce him back to the 7.
And also Henderson, you notice, Reese, he took 3 looks at the far sideline. So maybe some miscommunication between the coaching staff and also Henderson in regards to the actual play that they wanted to draw on that situation.
And Henderson does look over at the sideline nearly every play, and I think part of that is to maybe catch the defense jumping, but he did do that several times right there, so it might have been a miscommunication. So first and goal from the 7-yard line here for the Mavs. Another big set, 2 tight ends. Here's a quick pitch. Bush breaks out of a tackle nearing the 5-yard line and pulls the defender to the 3-yard line where he's stopped. Be second and goal here for Marshall.
It's the power ground game by the Mavericks on this drive once again, taking time off the clock in this second quarter, which has proven to be the difference tonight.
So second and goal. See what Marshall opts to do. 9 guys on that Legacy defensive front in tight. Give us to Bush. Bush working right side, and Bush is into the end zone. Touchdown. Isaiah Bush in for the first time tonight. We saw Samaj Gatson get the first rushing touchdown, then Alton Henderson, and then Isaiah Bush completes the trifecta as Marshall is running it up here early.
And the thing about it, Reese, that was against a 9-man front. Bush, a power run in between the tackles, is able to squeeze his way into the end zone for the score to make it 20-7.
Jesus Grimaldo on for the extra point. And a low line drive, but he hooks it inside the left upright. And the Marshall Mavericks lead this one 20-7 or 21-7 over the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders. We'll step aside for a break. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here to Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. It's the Marshall Mavericks 21 and the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders 7. Reese Lane and Herman Howard with Tyler ISD Athletics as we restart play here. And Tyler Legacy on the return. I think that is Zion Alexander across the 15, out near the 20, and he's dropped at about the 21-yard line. That's where Tyler Legacy set up shop offensively.
Well, for Tyler Legacy, Reese, this is a must-score drive. Even though we're early in the second quarter, down by 2 scores, why we say that is because of the ground attack by Marshall. That has proved to be the difference so far. 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns for the Mavericks.
Tyler Legacy just has not been able to even put a hitch in the Marshall ground game. So the offense back out on the field. They moved it well through 2 drives. Last time, though, they were stopped. Marshall forced a 4th down, and then a long field goal try by August Williford sailed wide right. Jace Love gets the call on the first play here. And he doesn't get much. Maybe a yard that time.
Gang tackle there on the play by several defenders of the Mavericks. And for the Red Raiders, perhaps go back to that spread offense, maybe that quick tempo offense, which has worked so well in their first 2 drives of the game.
Last time these 2 teams played was 2019, where Tyler Legacy came out on top. The year before, though, 2018, Marshall got the better of Tyler Legacy. Here's Love bouncing to the right here. He's got a 1st down and more across the 35 and out near the 40-yard line. Really physical run. Actually, that was not Jace Love on the carry that time. I'm still working to get a number. Tyler Legacy had a new runner in that time. That was Jackson Newland.
That was what for the Red Raiders, that was what they needed, Reese, because This is a critical drive for the Red Raiders early in this second quarter, down by 2 scores, 21-7. Now for the Red Raiders, they want to keep Marshall off the football field, especially with their ground attack at that offensive line. So maybe this is a situation for Tyler Legacy, maybe for them, to go on a long drive to take time off the clock in this second quarter against the Mavericks.
Like we had an injured player on the field.
Well, Reese, this game is important for Tyler Legacy. Of course, they want to secure their first win, but a win today would snap a 5-game losing streak, which dates back to last season for the Red Raiders.
That was Terry Taylor, the injured Maverick, but he appears to be okay. By the way, it was Tyler Lockhart, actually, the runner that time. That was not Jace Love or Jackson Newland. Here's Lockhart again, moving up near the 44-yard line. Bring up second and about 6 here for Tyler Legacy, who goes quickly. Lockhart the back once again. They're going to give it right back to Tyler Lockhart as he works near the first down marker. He's about a yard short on the dive. Bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, Lockhart is a change of pace for the Red Raiders to give Jace Love a spill in this second quarter.
So 3rd and 1 as here comes the big set into the game. Here comes Bo Slaughter, who caught a 2-point conversion last week. He's into the game right now.
Red Raiders are 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight.
Fake to Lockhart, quick throw, caught by a guy and a first down as he is driven backwards. Hit by several Mavericks before he's finally dropped, but it's enough to move the chains. First down, Red Raiders.
That's a big play there. Short pass out in the flat for the completion and that first down to keep, once again, the Marshall offensive line and their running backs off the football field.
So we're seeing a lot of Tyler Lockhart here on this drive. He's still into the game. Jace Love not in. Couple of tight ends here. Lockhart straight up the middle with a flag flying and got back maybe to the original line of scrimmage. Flag far side of the field, and initial look that this is against Tyler Legacy. And it is illegal formation.
We talked about the penalties and mistakes which has hurt the Red Raiders so far this season, and that is another situation there for the Red Raiders, and Jace Love checks back into the game.
Out goes Lockhart, who's ran hard this drive. Love to spell him. It's 1st and long here for Tyler Legacy. Micah Gaia already with 5 catches. We'll see if Tyler Legacy tries to go to the air here. Fake to Love, throw into the flat, caught spinning out of a tackle that time is Brady Symes across the 45 all the way near the 40-yard line. Brady Symes giving some juice into the Tyler Legacy passing game, and he's near a first down.
He was able to break a tackle in the flat, which he was able to scamper ahead for a few more yards to the 41. That was a good play by Symes.
2nd and 4 here. Love the back. Love will get it straight ahead as he pushes forward near a first down. I don't think he got there, but he's going to be close.
About a yard and a half shy of the first down marker, so this will bring for the Red Raiders another 3rd down opportunity, 1 out of 2 on 3rd downs tonight.
Marshall trying to get bodies in and out of the game here quickly. Errol Hawkins now into the game. Still in though, Breon Williams, the big defensive tackle. He's going to be hard to run against. Certainly that's a part of the play here on 3rd and 1. Run it straight at him anyway. Jace Love, he got the first down, plunges ahead. Tyler Legacy moves the chains again.
Big 3rd down conversion attempt for the Red Raiders. They were able to pound the football up the middle for the first down. They keep the clock moving.
This drive has been much slower than the first 2, but consistent yardage.
Perhaps maybe it's done by design, Reese, to keep that Marshall offense off the field.
And give your defense a little bit of a break. Fake to Love, throw into the flat and low. A guy diving for it, can't get it. Incomplete that time, and Zach Davis probably wants that one back. That's one of the rare missteps you'll see from Davis.
That was a sidearm throw by Zach Davis. He did not step into his delivery with his left foot, which resulted in that low pass for an incomplete.
5:34 to play here, second quarter. 3 receivers plus Rayner, the tight end. Here's a fake and a throw to Agaya quickly. Agaya twisting off a defender, and he got maybe 3 yards there. It's going to set up 3rd and medium here for Tyler Legacy.
Another big play for the Red Raiders on offense on 3rd down. 2 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions.
See what they draw up here. Remember, they had a 3rd and 7 last time they had the ball. Davis ended up taking a 3-yard loss running out of bounds. They kicked the long field goal and missed.
That was against the blitz.
We'll see what Marshall schemes up here. And it's a fake. Throw into the flat. Wide open. Agaya off a tackle all the way to the 17-yard line. Micah Agaya having the game of his life so far.
Makes the catch in the flat where he's so dangerous, able to spin away and break a tackle for the big first down for the Red Raiders. Huge play.
Legacy moving quick right back to Agaya. 15-10, he's down right there. I believe that's at least 7 catches for Micah Agaya, who had just 8 last year and coming into today on the season only had a couple. Snap back, and it was a late snap. Yep. Tyler Legacy trying to move quickly, and Acker and Davis not on the same page. It's going to cost them some yards.
Well, we have to give credit to the Red Raiders and how they're able to mix up their star players, especially with their skilled players on offense. Able to spread the football around tonight to confuse the Mavericks on defense.
Micah Agaya looks exhausted as he comes to the sideline for Brady Symes and getting some much-needed hydration. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7 after the penalty. Love with the give here, straight up the middle, bouncing in between the tackles, and he's going to pick up maybe 3.
Another big play on the way for the Red Raiders, Reese, on 3rd down.
3rd and 5, Davis going quickly. Here's a quick screen, caught, and there is Caden Brown to the 6-yard line. Caden Brown caught that touchdown, and the Red Raiders on the doorstep here, and this Herman is one they need.
Absolutely. 4+ minutes to play in the first half. Brown with that big catch at the near side for the first down. So for the Red Raiders, they are inside the 10. They have to cash in.
Here's Love. It's a fake. Throwing on the slant. A lot of hand fighting. It is caught by Zay Hood, who's asking for a flag at the 1-yard line.
What a great catch by Hood. He dives to the goal line, and he was unable to get in, but a great concentration with that 2-handed catch.
Red Raiders moving quickly. We'll see if this is a plunge. It is a plunge. Jace Love straight up the middle. Did he get it? No. Got about a half a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and a foot, maybe 2 feet here for Tyler Legacy. And here comes Ryan Gaddy as an extra offensive lineman.
Big play upcoming for the Red Raiders. They have to push this across. 1 yard to go. Try to make it a 1-score game.
6 offensive linemen into the game, plus J.P. Rayner. Love the back. The give. Jace Love walks in. Touchdown, Tyler Legacy.
That is what the doctor ordered for Tyler Legacy. They're able to march right down the field and was able to cash in by Jace Love with that 1-yard touchdown run up the middle to make the score 21-13 with only 3 minutes to play in the first half. Outstanding drive by the Red Raiders.
Ate up some time and did some really good things. So Zach Davis coming down this unbalanced formation that Tyler Legacy usually does to see if they'll get a matchup. Shifting back towards the extra point here. August Williford. Looked like there might have been some movement before the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. No flag on the play. And Tyler Legacy brings it back within a score. Can the defense respond? 21-14. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. You're watching Red Raider football right here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium in Tyler as August Williford kicks this one away for the Red Raiders. And it is dribbling into the end zone, not out of bounds. Touchback. So 3 minutes to play, Herman. This is a big drive for Marshall because remember, Tyler Legacy does get the ball out of halftime.
That's right. And also, it's a critical drive for the Tyler Legacy defense. They have to get off the field because Marshall so far in the first half, 3 out of 3 on third down conversions. So for the Red Raiders, they've had problems in trying to get off the field on third downs. We'll see what the Red Raiders will be able to do against this explosive Marshall running attack.
They haven't even been able to really get a glimpse of stopping them yet. But we'll see. Marshall, they will have to hurry a little bit more on this drive. 3 minutes to play. They do have 2 timeouts as well. Alden Henderson under center. Here's a reverse. It might catch Legacy by surprise. Kirksey puts a hand on the man, breaking through a couple of tackles. Rajon Sims takes a hard hit at the 32-yard line. Well, Nathaniel Kirksey read it, but couldn't quite make the stop.
That's a good call by Marshall. Give the ball to your wide receiver, Sims, is able to angle his way up the middle, breaks several tackles across the 30 to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 7.
First time we really saw any trickeration from Marshall. So 2nd and 3 here for the Mavericks. 2:25 and ticking. Henderson in the shotgun. Does that late look at the sideline. He drops, he looks, he's throwing deep down the right sideline. He might have a man. It is caught. Tyler Janigan, who is out of bounds near the 35-yard line. An explosive play as they go right at the Tyler Legacy pass defense.
Janigan with a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch down the far sideline. The best throw of the night by Alton Henderson. He threw a bomb down the left side earlier in the first half, which was short. That's his best throw of the game.
2:14 and counting. Here's a quick give. Samaj Gatson with some room around the right side, and he's near a first down. Shoved out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and short here for Marshall.
Very critical for the Red Raiders. They have to stop Marshall on this drive with 2+ minutes to play in the second quarter. They have to make a play, try, hopefully, for the Red Raiders. They want to get the football back before the halftime break.
With the clock stopping, Marshall will huddle. Mavericks 2 timeouts, still plenty of time. Give to Gatson here, working left side. He's got a first down and finally gang tackled at the 24-yard line by Nathaniel Kirksey and company.
Well, maybe it's a situation for the Red Raiders, Reese, is that will they go with the blitz, the run blitz, try to put pressure on Alton Henderson, Isaiah Bush, and also Gatson.
Tyler Legacy was not ready defensively that time as the give is to Gatson, but he doesn't get much. One of the few non-explosive plays, it feels like, for Marshall, just a couple. And the Mavericks, time really isn't that much of a factor when you're this deep down near the red zone. They're at the 22-yard line right now. 2 timeouts, 1:36 and ticking. They do not want to allow the chance for Legacy to get the ball back.
Maybe this is a situation for the Mavericks, 2nd down and 8, maybe probably go for the end zone on a deep pass, which worked well earlier in this drive.
A lot less room to work with, though, at the 22. Henderson fakes. Henderson keeping straight ahead. He's inside the 15, lowers the helmet, and he's tackled right near the sticks. I think he got it, and he did. First down, Marshall. Clock will stop for the chains to reset.
You notice on that play, Reese, that Henderson is that he lowered his head, as you mentioned. That's very dangerous, especially for a quarterback, to take on a defender when lowering your head. We noticed what happened last night in the NFL game with Miami and Buffalo.
So 1st and 10. Henderson hands off straight ahead. Gatson working inside the 10, and then he is pushed back by the red wall and throwing up his arms at the end. A little bit extra pushing and shoving, but nothing that'll warrant a penalty as we are now inside 50 seconds to play. And Marshall. And yes, it is Marshall. Marshall will take their 2nd timeout of the half. So it's going to be 2nd and about 7 out of the timeout. Marshall driving deep into Red Raider territory. You're watching Tyler Legacy football right here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here as we pick things up from the 9-yard line. Marshall trying to put this one in the end zone. Henderson in the gun, looking right, tried to go to the swing pass, takes off himself. He's near the marker, he's pushing, and Alden Henderson has got a first down at the Tyler Legacy 1-yard line.
What a run by Alton Henderson. He just puts the football down and just drives forward close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Here comes a potential tush push. Straight ahead, Henderson. Did he get there? I'm not sure he did, and he didn't. Brought down inside the 1 as there's a timeout taken by the Marshall sideline with 28 seconds to play. And the Mavericks will have to go back and huddle up. So Tyler Legacy does get a little bit of pushback. We'll keep it right here. 28 seconds to play. Herman, a touchdown here by Marshall, really makes it tough on the Tyler Legacy offense, who likely will have their first real drive in the second half, barring something big here in the next couple of plays.
Absolutely. That was the goal for Tyler Legacy on this drive, is that they wanted to shut down the Marshall running attack, which they've been unable to do so. They wanted to keep this to at least a 1-score game before the break, but for Marshall, they're knocking on the door at the 1-yard line, but great penetration by the Red Raiders on that last play. They're bringing up extra defensive backs in that, and also the linebackers shut down Henderson, so he was unable to score on that play. But ball at the 1-yard line, second down and goal, 29 seconds, perhaps for Marshall, maybe take 2 chances at it before the break.
We'll see what we get. They're out of timeouts here, so that is something to kind of keep in the back of your mind, because if they don't get it here, they're going to have to hustle.
Yep.
It does not look initially like the tush push, but it could change. Tyler Legacy obviously inching up defensively. Twins off to the left. Here's a give straight up the middle, and Bush, I don't think he got it. He did not get it. And Marshall has stopped. It's third down, 22 seconds and counting. The Mavericks trying to get back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Tyler Legacy trying to dig in defensively. It looks like the push is coming. The push goes, and I don't know if he got it. No, he did. Yeah. Henderson just in for the touchdown.
He was able to sneak in off the left guard there, so my, oh my.
7 seconds to play here in the first half, and that is a gigantic score for the Mavericks, who take all the remaining time but 7 seconds off the clock. And an extra point here would make it a 14-point game.
And for Henderson, that's his second 1-yard touchdown run of the contest.
Marshall has scored a touchdown on every offensive drive. Grimaldo perfect so far kicking PATs. This one a low-line drive, but it ekes in. And the Mavericks have a 2-touchdown lead with just 7 seconds remaining here in the first half. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Tyler's Rose Stadium. The Mavericks of Marshall, the Red Raiders of Tyler Legacy. Just 7 seconds to play here in the first half as Zion Alexander will take the kickoff here for the Red Raiders. And he doesn't get far. Ball's on the ground. Covered, though, rather Dakarian Holly that time on the return. And recovered by Tyler Legacy. So that could have been another big-time mistake.
Yes.
But Tyler Legacy with 2 seconds. I would presume that this is a kneel down here and take it into the half.
Yeah, take a knee and go into the locker room and just regroup and get ready for the second half. Try to find a way to shut down the Marshall ground attack.
Red Raider offense back out on the field. They will get the ball to start the second half. Marshall playing back here just in the event of a downfield pass. It does not appear that is the kneel down formation. Or rather it is, just in the pistol. Zach Davis takes it, needs it, and that'll send us to the locker rooms. 28-14 here. Marshall ahead of Tyler Legacy. We're going to step aside for a short break, give you a couple of thoughts, and then take it into halftime. You're watching Tyler ISD. Welcome back here as we are at halftime here at Rose Stadium. And Tyler Riesland and Herman Howard to my right. And a first half that was kind of marred by highs and lows for Tyler Legacy, specifically the lows defensively. They just could not stop the Marshall ground attack.
That's been the story of this first half. My goodness. Alton Henderson, the quarterback, Isaiah Bush, and also Gadsden, the setback, have really wreaked damage against the Red Raiders. And how about this for Marshall? 3 out of 3, a perfect 3 out of 3 on third down conversions for the Red Raiders. They have been unable to get off the field. They did pull it within 21-14 with 3 minutes left, and right before the break, Marshall just sliced right down the football field. Henderson was able to cap it off with a 1-yard touchdown run, his second of the game, his second 1-yard touchdown run. That really took the wind out of the sails of the Red Raiders at home tonight.
Well, one thing to feel good about, offensively, you really did some good things. Marshall had 4 drives, Legacy had 3. The difference, Tyler Legacy only scored in 2 out of the 3. Marshall scored in all 4 of theirs. They executed beautifully right before the half, not giving Tyler Legacy another chance with the ball. The one drive that they had that didn't count in points was really good. They just got stopped deep into Marshall territory, missed a field goal, but offensively, you're going to have to score points on almost every possession, you feel like, for Tyler Legacy to have a chance in this one.
Exactly. For Tyler Legacy, Zach Davis, and Jace Love, they have to, in this second half, Reese, not only do they have to score, but score on every single drive just to keep pace with Marshall. They can't have any miscues, any turnovers, penalties, and also just silly mistakes in the second half. So for Tyler Legacy, Reese, they just have to regroup and focus on just one play and also one drive at a time. But the heartbreaker in that first half was when Marshall they just sliced, went right down the field with 3 minutes left, and they scored with 7 ticks to play in that first half on that 1-yard touchdown run. So for Tyler Legacy, they just have to refocus, regroup, and try to find a way to get off the football field on third downs.
Well, Tyler Legacy's offense certainly explosive, but they've got to figure it out defensively. There are some things to look forward to, though. They get the ball out of the break and trying to just kind of will their way into getting their offense providing some boost into the defense. We'll see how it works. But 28-14 at halftime at Trinity Francis Mother Roses Stadium here in Tyler. We're at a break, 28-14 at the half. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here as we are at halftime at Rose Stadium. I'm Reese Landon, joined to my left by Herman Howard. It's 28-14 at the break in favor of the Marshall Mavericks. Herman, in the first half, we all saw 265 total yards on the ground for Marshall. They're over 300 in general in the game. Tyler Legacy unable to stop the run. This second half, they're going to have to dig in. They have to at least get one stop in this game to have a chance.
Absolutely. For Tyler Legacy, they have to do several things. One, they have to score 3 touchdowns. Also, as you mentioned, they have to shut down this potent Marshall running attack. It was a one-score game, and then just Marshall just right down the field, marched right down the field to score with 7 seconds left. Now they're up by 2 scores. So for Tyler Legacy, they have to score, and also when they do on offense as well, Reese, they have to keep Marshall off the football field. That has been the big difference in this first half.
Well, the passing game was clicking for Tyler Legacy, over 150 yards for Zach Davis in the first half. Micah Agaya, 8 catches in the first half. We talk about this passing game. They were doing their job. The running game also picked it up in the second half. Do you think Tyler Legacy goes to the pass, more to the run? What's kind of the splits here?
I think they're going to do a little bit of both. They're going to run the ball, and also they're going to throw it, because they have to do whatever it takes on offense to keep Marshall off the football field, because whenever Marshall is on the field, they have scored, and we noticed that late in the first half. So for Tyler Legacy, especially with Zach Davis and also with Jace Love, they have to take their time. They probably don't have to rush it on offense. They have to go with the quick tempo offense in the second half, but they have to maintain a certain type of tempo and also try to tire down the Marshall defensive front.
Well, it was a long break. Halftime was over 30 minutes, so certainly they had some time to talk things over. What does Tyler Legacy have to do differently defensively in this second half to just even throw a wrench into the plans of the Mavericks?
I think they probably have to go with the run blitz. They did that a couple of plays in the first half, perhaps with the run blitz, put pressure up the middle against Henderson, the quarterback, to try to see what maybe he can force him to make some turnovers or some fumbles or some mistakes in the second half. I think that could help them on defense if they're able to do that. But also, when they get the football back in regards to Tyler Legacy, they'll have the football to begin things in the third quarter. Take their time. They don't have to rush it. Use a mixture of the pass and also in the running game.
Well, the Red Raiders are looking for a quick start here in the second half. We're going to step aside for just a few moments. We'll have the entire second half right here on Tyler ISD Athletics. Well, quick break, and we're already back. The timeout as Tyler Legacy on the return to and nearing the 25-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds, and that's where Tyler Legacy will start right around the 25-yard line. There's an injured Maverick on the play.
Well, Reese, when you take a look at the first half numbers, Zach Davis was 14 out of 16, very efficient for 151 yards, while Jace Love had 9 carries for 31 yards, and the team had only 52 rush yards. Compare that to Marshall. They pounded the football for 265 yards, the big difference in the first 2 quarters.
The Red Raiders trying to switch things up here in the second half and get some stops, but first they got to get some scores offensively, and that is not a great start as Marshall with a tackle for loss that time. Couple of Mavericks around the ball there, including Jaden Cooks, the defensive end.
This is a very huge second half for the Red Raiders. Of course, with this 0-2 mark, they have to get something going on offense. They played well, but have to be more consistent.
Play action for Davis, looking deep down the sideline. Zay Hood leaping, and it's broken up. A great play in the secondary that time, DJ Goudeau.
Goudeau, step for step with Hood. He swats the football away at the 30-yard line at the last moment. Outstanding defensive play by the Marshall Mavericks, which forces a 3rd and long for the Red Raiders. 6 out of 7 on 3rd down conversion so far in the game.
Right away, the offense is tested big time with a 3rd and long out of the timeout, or out of the half. Davis in the gun by himself, stepping up away from pressure. Davis is going to take off and run. Zach Davis across the 30. Davis at midfield and finally falling down in Marshall territory. We haven't really seen a lot of that out of Zach Davis this year, but that time he makes the great decision, makes a man miss, and picks up a big first down.
Big time run by Zach Davis up the middle against that blitz on third down. Key play for the Red Raiders.
Snap is wide, and Davis is just going to have to fall on it. Legacy moving quickly that time. The snap unable to be held there by Davis. It was to his left. He put his left hand on it, but couldn't catch it cleanly. So essentially, a sack of sorts there, 2nd and 15. Tyler Legacy moves quickly again. Davis play action. Davis looking deep. He's got a man, Zay Hood, and he's got it! Zay Hood running and into the end zone. Touchdown! The defender draped all over him, and it didn't matter. The senior, Zay Hood.
Zay Hood, 53 yards on the bomb down the middle, and that is what the Red Raiders needed, Reese, to begin this third quarter. They come up with the huge play, the huge strike, and only a few minutes into this third quarter, so a perfect opportunity for the Red Raiders. They're able to convert on that big 53-yard touchdown pass to Hood.
They convert on a big third down, and on 2nd and 15, Davis and Hood take the top off the Maverick defense. Extra point try on the way, and it is good. So Tyler Legacy, a quick start, 10:28 to play here in the third quarter. It's the Mavericks 28 and the Red Raiders 21. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium. We're back within a score. Tyler Legacy striking barely a minute 30 into the second half. A big touchdown going from Zach Davis to Zay Hood, 52 yards. It's 28-21 as August Williford tees it up here for Tyler Legacy and kicks it end over end back near the 10-yard line. Marshall will bring it out 15-20. And out of a tackle, Samaj Gatson finally brought to the turf at the 24-yard line. Some extracurriculars, and flags are flying. Looked like that might have been Alexander Bergfeld, who was tied up with a defender for Marshall. The flag's flying. We saw the helmet fly off for the Marshall player.
Well, for the Red Raiders, they have to play smart football, especially on special teams, able to get it to within a one-score game. 92 seconds into the third quarter with that 53-yard bomb to Hood. And for Zach Davis, that's his 5th touchdown pass of the season.
That was Cordier Wilbert, the outside linebacker, tied up as well.
And Reese, this is a huge drive upcoming for the Red Raiders defense.
And it's offsetting penalties, probably the right call there. Bergfeld tied up with Wilbert, and it'll be at the 24-yard or 23-yard line here for Marshall to start. Yeah, you mentioned that's something Tyler Legacy cannot afford to do, is those type of penalties, and they dodge one right there, especially for a defense that just hasn't been able to stop the Maverick offense.
All right. We'll see what the Red Raiders will dial up on this defensive side to begin this third quarter.
They're playing way up. Dwayne Williams is in the game here to start the second half at safety, so it looks like there's a change. I do not see Ethan Brown in the game to start the second half. As the give here, busting to the right is Isaiah Bush, and he's going to pick up a first down, picks up right where he left off in the first half, and moves the chains.
Well, Reese, you mentioned at the break and what the Red Raiders need to do, perhaps implement the run blitz. They only did it once in the entire first half. We'll see if the Red Raiders of Tyler Legacy will elect to go with that run blitz to try to put more pressure on the Marshall offensive line and also the featured setback Isaiah Bush.
First down at the 34-yard line. Bush back in the backfield. In the first half, 10 carries, 94 yards. He's over 100 now. Late look at the sideline by Henderson. Quick pitch here to Bush, and Bush did not get much. Maybe a yard that time. Couple of Red Raiders able to bring him down.
Good
leading the
yeah.
charge. It might have been Bauer Sibley. Rather, Austin Humber is the one who led the charge.
Good pressure by the Red Raiders on the defense on their left side of their defensive front. They have to find a way to put more pressure against that offensive line and also to stop, especially the yards after contact. Make the hit and try to make that tackle instead of for the Mavericks. They get extra yards after that first hit.
2nd and 9 here for Marshall. Here's a quick give. Bush works across the 40, and Bush right near the first down marker. I think he's a little bit short, and it's going to be 3rd and a yard here for Marshall. Score update in Dallas at Seagoville High School. Tyler High leading 35-7 at half over the Dragons. So Tyler High will have them here on the Tyler ISD Athletics YouTube channel next week, home against Lufkin. Looking to be 2-1 heading into that matchup with Lufkin. So 3rd and less than a yard. As Tyler Legacy, not a lot of urgency here to get up against the ball. Now they are. Henderson, a peek at the sideline. This might be a quarterback sneak. No, it's a straight give to Bush. And Isaiah Bush right near the 6. I don't know if he got that. It's going to be very close. And they're going to give him the first down. Very close. But ultimately, Isaiah Bush got enough.
Yeah, that forward progress off the right guard. He's able to sneak pass and get that first down at about the 44-yard line. So for Marshall, 6 out of 6 on third down conversions tonight, and that is one of the big factors of this game. We mentioned earlier for the Red Raiders, unable to get off the field on third downs.
Averaging almost 8 yards a run in the first half. The Marshall Mavericks control the ball here at their own 44-yard line. Henderson drops back to pass, looking deep. He's going to take off. He's across the 50, eludes a defender in Kirksey inside the 40 and stepping out at the 32-yard line. Alden Henderson tucking and running. He's done that well tonight.
That is where he's so dangerous, Reese. When he's out in the open field, he takes it to the sideline. That's where he's so dangerous, and he's able to scamper forward for the big first down for the Marshall Mavericks to keep the drive alive.
So a first down. Marshall trying to keep that clock moving and the offense moving. Tyler Legacy has not stopped them once tonight. Henderson's had a good day passing, 3 of 4 for 57 yards. And he's going to pass here, rolling to the right. He's got a man wide open in the flat. He fires it out. It's caught by Jonigan, who lost some ground and then gets rocked backwards after a gain of about 5.
That was the situation there, Reese, for the Red Raiders expecting to run. Henderson just pulls out of the pocket, rolls out to the far side, and finds his open receiver at that far side in front of the Marshall Mavericks, in front of their bench for a good gain.
Give him 4, actually, so it'll be 2nd and 6 here for Marshall. So split 2 out to the left, Jonigan and Rajon Sims. Henderson, hands off here, straight ahead. Isaiah Bush inside the 20. Isaiah Bush inside the 10-yard line. Finally brought to the ground at the 7.
But Reese, have you noticed the big holes between the tackles and the guards of the tackles, which has allowed Bush and Gatton to have, they could do anything that they want in tonight's game due to the outstanding blocking by the offensive line.
So 1st and goal here from the 7-yard line. Tyler Legacy moving around pre-snap. Henderson under center. So he gives off here. Here's the back, and in is the running back for Marshall, Isaiah Bush. And flags flying late as something breaking out between a Legacy defender and a Marshall offensive player wearing number 0. We do not have him on the roster, and it looks like it's cleared up. We'll see who the flags are on, as this could impact the extra point or the kickoff.
Well, Reese, back to a 2-score game. That was Gadsden on that carry. Bounces it to the outside and scampers untouched for the 7-yard touchdown run. But, Reese, have you noticed that for the Marshall running backs, I mean, once they get past the line of scrimmage, especially on that drive, they were not hit until about 5 to 6 yards into the run. So that's incredible. Give credit to the offensive line on the superb blocking on the drive. And once again for Marshall, up by 2 scores.
And the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is against the Mavericks, so they are going to be backed up 15 yards. And you could see the official asking, well, no, they're not going to be. The officials were asking Bo Trahan if he wanted to perhaps take it on the extra point or on the kickoff, and I think he declared he wanted it on the kickoff. So it'll be a normal 20-yard extra point, as Grimaldo's kick is good, and Marshall leads by a couple of scores, 35-21, 6:44 to play here in the third quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium in Tyler. So Marshall, after their unsportsmanlike conduct penalty following the touchdown, is tasked with the penalty on the kickoff here. So they're going to kick it off from their own 25-yard line. Jesus Grimaldo gets into it. And a line drive. Tyler Legacy will get good field position. But it's dropped by D. Holly across the 25. Holly across the 30 and tripped up right near the 35-yard line. Might have cost him a couple of yards, but still good field position nonetheless for the Red Raiders.
And also good speed by Holly. He's able to take the football up the middle against the middle of the special teams of Marshall. Some positive yardage to the 35-yard line. So for Tyler Legacy, pretty decent field position, but once again, down by 2 scores halfway through the third quarter.
Well, the offense is going to have to answer the call once again. Down 2 scores. They struck quickly last time, barely a minute 30. Zach Davis, a 52-yard touchdown pass to Zabrian Hood. So here's a sweep on first down, running to the right and not getting much. That was D. Holly out of the back or into the backfield that time, sweeping. And he got a yard. He did not have a carry in the first half. It was all on the ball carriers of Tyler Legacy of Lockhart as well as Jace Love. Legacy moving quickly. An inside give to Jace Love, who works out near the 40-yard line. It's going to set up 3rd and about 5. And Herman, it is only the third quarter, about halfway through. But if I had to guess, this might be 4-down territory, depending on where you're at on 4th down.
Yes, absolutely, because for Tyler Legacy, they've played well on 3rd downs on offense, 7 out of 8 today, and they need a big play to keep their offense on the field down by 2 scores.
Davis in the gun. Offset Lockhart. Davis dropping, rolling, throwing. J.P. Rayner wide open, and he's got it at the 50-yard line. Oh, it was overrun that time by the Maverick defense. It looked like Javante Robertson thought Davis was going to go towards the sideline. Instead, Davis flips right to the hash.
Randers had a huge game with those big catches across the middle for the Red Raiders.
Third catch today. Davis looking deep. Davis throwing into the flat low. Was that ball caught? No. Zay Hood could not get his hands under it. A low throw. He was wide open, and Davis just short-armed it a little bit.
Nice attempt by Zay Hood as he traps the football at the 40-yard line, but ruled an incomplete pass.
Davis back in the shotgun here. As the give is to Love, straight up the middle, 45-40, and he's chopped down right at the sticks. I think he got the first down. He did.
Give it to their bread and butter man, Jace Love. He's come up huge for the Red Raiders in tonight's game on their offense.
So first down, and another give straight up the middle, nearing the 31-yard line. Believe that's still Jace Love in the game. 2nd and 3 here. Here's a quick screen to the outside. Caught. There is a flag behind the play as Zay Hood wrestled out of bounds a yard short of the first down. But I think Tyler Legacy had an illegal formation.
Right. Well, for Tyler Legacy, 4:47 to play, and the third, they have let it go with the quick up-tempo offense to try to get back into the game, to try to get it to a one score on this offensive possession.
I did not catch the penalty, but it appears it was not an illegal formation. Appears this is a personal foul.
Yeah, they move it all the way back across the 45-yard line. So a big blow to the Red Raiders on offense. Second down and 18.
Not sure on the penalty, but it is a 15-yard penalty. So it is 2nd and a country mile here. 2nd and 18. Davis collapsed. Looked like Marshall might have jumped. They didn't. Davis looking deep down the middle for Hood. There's contact, and there's the flag. There was also a flag at the line of scrimmage. I think Marshall jumped, and then some clear pass interference in the secondary, as I believe they are going to get Jalen Brown, the safety.
Matched it up against Hood. That's a dangerous assignment there, Reese, up the middle with the outstanding speed by Hood. Results in a penalty against the Mavericks on defense.
So it is offsides as that penalty is declined, and then the pass interference on Jalen Brown. So Tyler Legacy, after getting a 15-yard penalty, is going to get a 15-yard penalty on their own, as there is a coach on the Marshall sideline going absolutely crazy at his defensive unit. Not happy with something happening there. And it should be an automatic for, there we go. It looked initially like the chain crew was lining up for 2nd and 5, but obviously that's an automatic first down. Love the back. He's got it on a fake. The throw is caught. Sinking at the 12-yard line. Zay Hood makes the reception.
What an outstanding catch by Zay Hood as he dives across the middle for the first down.
Tyler Legacy moving quickly at the 12-yard line. Davis gives inside. Love at the 5. Jace Love spinning down to the 2-yard line. And there's a late flag that comes in as somebody lost their helmet for Tyler Legacy. And I think it was Tyler Lockhart that lost his helmet. It may be a face mask against Marshall. Well, Tyler Legacy better hope it's on Marshall, because that would be a huge blow. If it is a face mask on Marshall, it just makes it a little bit closer.
Well, for the Mavericks, they've become unglued on this current series.
Another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Mavericks. That's 2 in the span of about 4 minutes. 4:13 to play. Tyler Legacy has the ball at the Marshall 1-yard line, trying to make this a one-score game once again. Davis in the gun. Love to his left. He's already scored once today. Did they give it right back to him? Yes, they do. Jace Love spinning in for 6. The Tyler Legacy running back has something to say to the Marshall defender after his score. Jace Love, a couple of trips to pay dirt here tonight.
Great way by the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders to respond after that touchdown by Gadsden moments ago for Marshall. And for Love, that is his 2nd touchdown run of the game, and both of them, Reese, 1-yard touchdown runs. It's a one-score game once again.
Extra point, August Williford. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and the kick is good. August Williford makes it a one-score game once again. Back and forth we go. 4:04 to play third quarter. It's Marshall 35, Tyler Legacy 28. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here at Rose Stadium, Tyler Legacy getting ready to boot it away as August Williford puts in the air back near the goal line, and Marshall's going to bring it out. Interesting, Samaj Gatson across the 15 to the 20, and he is wrapped up hard right at the 20-yard line, and that will be where the Mavericks start offensively.
Well, Reese, as we move into the latter part of the third quarter and also later on in the fourth, the key question is who will make the key stop in this game, in this third quarter? 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. 35-28 is our score. Tyler Legacy will go back on defense. They have to find a way to shut down this outstanding run attack by the Marshall Mavericks.
Well, there's only been one stop defensively all night. There hasn't been one punt tonight. The only stop came on a missed field goal by Tyler Legacy in the second quarter. Can the Red Raiders step up to the challenge? We'll find out right here. Alden Henderson and company back under center. Give straight ahead. And a pickup of about 3 thrown back that time. I believe that was Bush. Or rather, that might have been Gatson. Actually, it was Samaj Gatson.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the Red Raiders will. They did it once in the first half, Reese. Use that. We talked about the run blitz. Maybe the run blitz is a way to shut down this Mavericks, sort of try to slow them down in this third quarter.
Luke Allen, Ramon Gabriel subbing into the game here on this drive. Hector Romo and Simeon Garner still in that offensive line. In the shotgun here, Marshall. As Henderson's going to drop back to throw. Rushed away from the pocket, taking off. Kirksey in pursuit, can't get him. He's at the 40, across midfield, and finally knocked out of bounds inside the Tyler Legacy 45-yard line. Man, Tyler Legacy's got to get a quarterback spy or something because Henderson is dangerous.
Henderson is the X factor for the Mavericks on offense tonight. When you expect they'll give it to either Bush or Gatson, you give it to Henderson with that quarterback keeper. Uses his outstanding speed to the far sideline, and he makes the easy first down now on the plus side into the Red Raiders territory.
They're going to mark him out at the 47-yard line, and the Mavericks back to the line of scrimmage. Fresh set of downs. Henderson under center. He gives straight ahead. Gatson working across the 35 all the way to the 32-yard line. Another explosive play for Marshall. First down.
That was a huge hole up the middle, like parting the Red Sea. Gatson just untouched all the way inside the 35-yard line. Incredible. Great offensive wedge blocking by the Mavericks on their offensive front.
First down from the 31-yard line. Tyler Legacy's defense, it might have to be a turnover. They just have not been able to slow down the Marshall offense, who's now well over 300 yards in the game rushing. And Tyler Legacy is offsides. That look over to the sideline by Henderson's done it a couple of times today. And Luke Allen came over that time.
Well, for the Red Raiders, you just have to be more disciplined there, Reese. And that was a situation there for the Red Raiders. They stepped over the line of scrimmage. 5 more yards for the Mavericks.
So 1st and 5 here for Marshall, driving and trying to score once again. They come out under center. Alden Henderson. Quick pinch, flags fly, and we are going to get a Marshall timeout. Looks like Jason Hammett and company are going to talk it over before this 1st and 5 play. We got 2:18 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Marshall 35, Tyler Legacy 28. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here. Marshall 1st and 5 out of the timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Click subscribe, turn on post notifications. 1st and 5 for the white jerseys with the black pants. Quick pitch here. Samaj Gatson across the 25, 20, 15. Gatson hammering all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's almost not even surprising anymore to see these 10-plus yard runs.
Well, Reese, you made a great point in the break. Is that for Tyler Legacy, for the Red Raiders, they're now in a situation they probably have to force a turnover, try to punch it out. We saw that in the NFL game last week between Miami and Jacksonville, which turned that game around. Perhaps a situation here for the Red Raiders. They have to look to try to force the football away from the running backs Bush and Gatson, and also from Henderson.
So it's 1st and goal here. Actually, 1st and 10 from the 11. Bush straight up the middle, and he spins his way to about the 7-yard line. Marshall waning time here in the 3rd quarter. We are now under 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Once again, hoping in the next couple of weeks we have the scoreboard timer on your screen, but unfortunately that is not in our capabilities right now.
And tonight, once again, Reese, has just been an offensive explosion, an offensive show for both teams.
Under center here. Alden Henderson, a couple of looks at the sideline. Hands off straight up the middle. Bush working inside the 5. He's brought down hard at the 1-yard line, and I think he's got a 1st down.
Yeah. And they made, have you noticed, Reese, they made it look so easy, not only in this drive, but also throughout the entire game. Outstanding work by the offensive line once again.
They're certainly opening up some holes, that offensive line, including Eric Perkins, 6'5", 320 at left tackle, Clay Pena at left guard, Hudson Hammett at the center, Jay Howard the right guard, and Antoine Sims at right tackle. This is got the chance to be a tush push here. It's not. It's a give straight up the middle, and walking into the end zone, Isaiah Bush. They do it again. The Marshall Mavericks have just been unstoppable offensively, and once again, it's a 2-score game.
That's the key. What's going to happen for the Red Raiders? How can they stop this ground attack? That's been the MO for Marshall throughout this entire game, up 41-28. Once again, a 2-score advantage. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns in this overall 3rd quarter.
Jesus Grimaldo missed a couple extra points earlier this year, but he's been perfect today as his 6th extra point of the night is through. And Marshall, once again, has taken a 2-score lead. We'll take a break. 42-28, 3rd quarter, 56 seconds to play. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. back here from Rose Stadium, Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium here in Tyler, Texas. 42-28. It's the Marshall Mavericks leading the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders as Jesus Grimaldo boots this one straight out of bounds towards the Tyler Legacy sideline. That's going to give the Red Raiders pretty good field position at their own 30-yard line.
Well, Reese, for the Red Raiders, they have to be scratching their heads and say, what can we do to stop this offense? We thought of everything that we could in the first 3 quarters. They've scored 42 points. Have to find a way, and I think the players and the coaching staff have to be dumbfounded to ask themselves, what can we do now in addition to scoring, trying to pretty much touchdown for touchdown in the third quarter?
Well, they got to answer the bell again. 56 seconds to play. Play action. Davis looking downfield and off the hands of the leaping Zay Hood. Would have been a first down, but couldn't reel it in.
Just a little bit too high. Hood made that attempt. Great attempt across the middle at midfield, but his left hand fingertips just slipped off the football there. So quickly, second down at 10.
So Marshall coming back to the line of scrimmage defensively. That's going to be a win for them. 2nd and 10. As the give is inside here and moving Tyler Lockhart out near the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5, and this brings up the 4-down territory point once again, because if Tyler Legacy cannot pick this up, I would think they're going to go for it. 33 seconds to play here in the third quarter, given the fact that they haven't been able to stop Marshall. And it looked like Marshall jumped. This is going to be a free play. Davis rolling away, searching. There is a flag down, throwing downfield to Caden Brown, and he couldn't reel it in off his hands. And there's some extracurriculars after the play, some guys down on the field, and I think Tyler Legacy's getting hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct. That you cannot do, and that is a big-time mental error.
Another example that you have to play smart, regardless of the score. That little melee at midfield over to the far side after that long pass down the near sideline.
And
so for, yeah.
Zach Davis is not happy with his offensive line. There were about 3 Red Raiders on the ground that time with the extracurriculars. That just cannot happen given the point of the game we're in.
Right. You always have to be disciplined, Reese, regardless of the score. They have a chance to make it once again a one-score game, but silly penalties will cost and hurt your team each and every time.
Flags all over the field. It might be offsides, it might be holding, and then it might be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Right.
Waiting for the ruling.
Well, for the Red Raiders, they just have to remain focused there.
So offsides. And then Demarion Johnson is hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct. So what would have been the first down off the offsides penalty, instead it's offsetting penalties, and we're going to repeat 3rd down.
And for Tyler Legacy, 8 out of 9 on the 3rd down conversions tonight. They need a big one. They need 5 yards.
So 3rd and 5. Tyler Legacy's got to get their cool back in check. Love the back. He'll wheel out of the backfield. And looking for Rayner, the throw a little bit off the mark. Davis could not find his man. It's 4th and 5, 17 seconds in the quarter, and the offense is staying out there. Not really a surprise, but of note considering they're on their own 35. That's one Davis would love to have back. He just missed Rayner. So 4th and 5. This could very well be the ball game. Davis takes the snap. He's pressured. Davis throwing, caught by Rayner right near the sticks. Did he get enough? And definitely with the push after that. And Rayner all the way out near the 45. That's getting physical.
That was a big play by J.P. Rayner. Makes the two-handed catch against several defenders for the big first down, and then plows forward for the extra yards. A huge play by the Red Raiders.
Tyler Legacy trying to get a snap off before the end of the quarter, and they did not. A Marshall defender running off the field as well, so Marshall avoids a potential penalty for 12 men on the field, and that'll take us to the 4th quarter. The Mavericks leading this one 42-28. Tyler Legacy trying to bring this back to a one-score game. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Fourth quarter's here. Tyler Legacy trailing by 14, trying to bring it back to a one-score game. Zach Davis, play action, looking deep. Now he's going to fire the comeback route. Zay Hood got it, and he's motoring towards the sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Zay Hood just one catch in the first half, but he's been involved a lot here in the second half.
He's been very quiet in that first half, as you mentioned. They have to get him more involved in the offense in this fourth quarter.
Haven't seen Micah Agaya yet in the second half, who had 8 catches in the first half as Jace Love bowling ahead near the 40. It's a good play on first down, 2nd and medium.
You probably have to take a chance to go deep with Zay Hood.
You got one-on-one. Top of the screen, looking bottom of the screen here. The comeback route, Bryson Sanders. There's his first catch as he's ripped down inside the 30 by his helmet. No flag on the play, but a first down for Tyler Legacy.
They have to go up-tempo, Reese.
On the move here, Zay Hood continues to get one-on-one coverage. Davis faking. No, he handed off that time actually to Love, who got about 3. He's brought down hard that time by Cordier Wilbert. 2nd down. Legacy continuing to go very up-tempo. I'm not sure Marshall's going to get everybody off the field, but the officials stopping it to allow them the substitution. Breon Williams, the big defensive tackle out of the game. Marshall up front, very small right now, and I think Tyler Legacy might just try to run it right at him. That's what I would do.
Right. They need a quick score as well.
Looking Zay Hood's way. Here's a give up the middle to Jace Love, who picks his way near the first down marker. He's about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1. Yeah, if you can get Breon Williams, 6'1", 330 out of the game, I think you got to run right at him. 3rd and 1. Fake to Love on the slant. It's caught to Caden Brown inside the 15, inside the 10, and spun down at the 8-yard line. Red Raiders entering goal-to-go territory, needing a touchdown to keep this one alive. Davis in the gun, stack box, play action, trying to run away from the defender, ripped down, throws it up, and it's intercepted.
Bad decision.
Picked off that time by Marshall, and Davis is not happy with himself.
Maybe that's a situation there, Reese, that for Zach Davis to take the sack because he threw it right to the defender in the end zone, in the front of the end zone. Probably take the sack and play another down.
Thought it might have been taunting as well that time on Caden Rogers, but nothing called. And with that, we're going to hit a timeout. 42-28, 10:22 to play. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here out of the timeout, and Marshall with the big play. It is now the fourth quarter. Scoreboard should be corrected. 10:22 to play. The Mavericks trying to put this game on ice straight up the middle here, and Bush picking his way near the 10. There is a flag thrown in, and I think this is going to be a hold. It was thrown in the direction of the center and Hudson Hammett. If this is a hold, this is going to back Marshall up. They're already at their own 3-yard line, and it is a hold. They're going to be backed up inside their 2 here.
Yep.
So if there's ever a time for a tackle for loss, Tyler Legacy does not have one tackle for loss tonight. Right. It would be right now.
Or also a turnover as well. So that could also help the Red Raiders try to force it out.
I think you got to sell out here if you are the red and black jerseys. Down 2 scores. You haven't been able to stop Marshall all night. I think you have got to stack the box.
Or a run blitz if possible.
Henderson in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself off to the left, and he's got a good gain out to the 5, out to the 10. He's got a first down out to the 15-yard line.
We said earlier, Reese, that Henderson is the X factor for this Mavericks offense. He's able to prove that once again. Bouncing to the outside, deep in his own territory, inside the 5, and he at least scampers to about close to around the 10-yard line, outside to the 10-yard line. So a good play by Alton Henderson.
So 1st and 10.
time is of the essence in this point of the game, Reese. So for Tyler Legacy, need to stop, try to get the football back.
Marshall knows it. They are milking that clock. And Tyler Legacy came across again.
Yeah.
Alden Henderson just looking over at the sideline, and we get the encroachment.
One of those situations for the Red Raiders, Reese. They still have to maintain their focus and play smart football. We've seen some miscues and mistakes by the Red Raiders on defense in this second half.
Well, what Henderson's doing, if you're seeing it on your screen, you got to be thinking, oh, that's not legal, but it's the quarterback. Yeah. So he can't get a false start. He's just moving around.
Yep.
Tyler Legacy just not disciplined in that regard tonight. And they almost just jumped again. Here's a quick pitch. Bush working to the left. He's got a first down and more out near the 30-yard line.
Well, for Marshall, Reese, they're just going to keep running the football until Tyler Legacy can find a way to stop it, and that has not been the case so far tonight.
1st and 10 here from the 29-yard line.
Maybe for Marshall, this is a good opportunity to try to take one down the field for the pass on 1st down.
Henderson looking over at the sideline. Quick give here. I believe that's Samaj Gatson working out to about the 33-yard line. Call it 4, 2nd down.
Turnover is of the essence for the Red Raiders. They tried to climb back into this one. We approach 8 minutes in regulation.
It is getting late on this Tyler Legacy defense.
Getting to tell, Reese, that for the Red Raiders on defense that they're starting to get tired. You notice hands are on their hips.
Yep.
They're breathing heavily down there. So that run game has really taken a toll on the Red Raiders tonight.
Kylan Bell into the game for the first time at safety. So Tyler Legacy having to substitute a lot right now. Late shift from the defensive line. Here's Gatson. He's got a first down and more. And Samaj Gatson, he has nothing but green in front of him. This is going to be a walk-in touchdown. It's just been that kind of night for the Tyler Legacy defense, and that is probably the dagger that breaks the back.
A 66-yard touchdown sprint by Gatson up the middle, untouched, Reese. That's the amazing thing. Untouched and goes uncontested into the middle of the end zone for the big score. My, oh my, 48-28, up by 20 points.
So pending the extra point, it'll be a 3-touchdown lead even. Grimaldo. Kick is good inside the right upright, and it's Marshall 49, Tyler Legacy 28. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium here in Tyler, Texas. The Marshall Mavericks have taken grip of this game. They lead by 3 touchdowns. Tyler Legacy, pretty much a last gasp attempt. As here's the return by D. Holly across the 20, across the 25. D. Holly into space and yanked down at the 30-yard line.
Good return by Holly as he runs up the middle and then cuts to his left. Positive yardage to the 30-yard line by Reese. We go back to that last drive by Marshall Gatson, 66-yard run. But the most unbelievable facet of that run is that he was untouched when he took the handoff right up the middle and sprints into the end zone. And for Marshall, they've scored the last 14 points of the game. But the key play of that drive, you have to go back to the last time that Tyler Legacy had the football when Davis rolled out to the right and threw to the end zone, which was picked off. And then for Marshall, they had the football first down and 10 inside their own 5-yard line and a long drive right down the field for a 3-score advantage.
Man in motion, Micah Agaya. It's a fake to Agaya as Davis rolls away with him. The throw is to, wow, what a catch if that is caught by D. Holly. Didn't get the number till late. He didn't even know where the ball was, but somehow ended up with it. It's first down for Tyler Legacy.
Great concentration by Holly as he makes the over-the-shoulder catch to midfield.
Late substitution. Holly goes out and back into the game. I believe that's Tyler Lockhart. Or Lockhart, my apologies. Tyler Lockhart, the junior. Tyler Legacy under 7 minutes to play in this one. Give us to Lockhart straight up the middle as he churns the legs out towards the 46-yard line, entering Maverick territory once again. Well, I can almost assure you if Tyler Legacy scores here, they will be kicking the ball onside.
Right.
They got to get there first. Davis steps around, pressure in the pocket, rolling to his left, still on the move, trying to get away from the defender, and he can't. That's going to be a sack, a short loss, and a nice play. Landon Jones, interestingly enough, he was a big-time runner for them last year. 562 yards rushing, team's second leading rusher on a team that made an area playoff game. They moved him to linebacker this year, and the junior has stepped up in a big way. He's their leading tackler coming in.
He's a good athlete. You notice his speed on that tackle. He's able to chase down Zach Davis to the near side.
So 3rd and about 7 for Tyler Legacy, as Davis is going to hand off to Lockhart up the middle, and Lockhart's going to pick up a first down. Marshall not ready for the run that time on 3rd and long. Tyler Legacy moves the chains, but they got to continue to go quickly. Davis back in the pocket, looking deep. Davis is going to cork it long into double coverage, and it is incomplete, but there's a flag thrown in the secondary.
Yes, several flags are down on that play. So you can't fault Davis on that one. He had to take a chance to go deep to the end zone on that play, Reese.
Yeah, I did not see the flag originally near the line of scrimmage. It might have been offsides. Both sides have had a big-time problem with coming into the neutral zone tonight.
Would not be surprised if Davis would do the same thing again. Try to go deep to try to get some quick points or put it inside the red zone. 6+ minutes to play.
There is laundry all over the field. And it looks like we're going to have fouls on both teams. Looked like Marshall had 12 men on the field, and then Tyler Legacy with another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Undisciplined football will kill you each and every time, Reese, and we've seen that tonight.
They're going to be set way back here. That is their 3rd unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the half. And Marshall's had them too, but down points, you just can't allow that to happen.
Exactly.
So 1st and 20 here for Tyler Legacy as they give us straight up the middle. Here's Lockhart, and he's going to get all of that yardage back and then some. Or rather, Rodney Burnley that time into the game.
Good play call to draw to confuse the defense.
Dropping back Davis, looking left, stepping up, rolling out of the pocket. Now he's going to take off himself. Davis at the 34. He's shoved out of bounds by Javante Robertson. Going to bring up 3rd and about 4 for Tyler Legacy as we have 5:45 remaining.
Davis was looking deep but could not find an open receiver and just scampers out of bounds. He made the smart decision there.
So 3rd, and we'll call it 5. Davis, hands straight ahead here, and tackled quickly. Rodney Burnley again. It's going to be 4th and 3. Jace Love checking back into the game. Back in the gun, Davis, 4th and 3, searching for a man downfield, firing, and he's got the safety blanket of J.P. Rayner for a first down.
Rayner has come up huge for the Red Raiders tonight, Reese. He's made catch after catch, especially across the middle. Big first down.
Chains reset, clock's running though. We're right near 5 minutes. This has not been the quickest drive in the world for Tyler Legacy.
Maybe a great opportunity for the Red Raiders to take a shot down the field, Reese, with under 5 minutes to play.
Davis claps his hands, looking left, stepping up in the pocket. I think he's going to run for it. Now flipping late, but short was going for Jace Love. And another flag flies as Zach Davis got hit way after he released it. And that's going to be on Caden Rogers, who, to put it lightly, has been very borderline tonight on getting multiple personal fouls.
Yes.
And that's going to be a roughing the passer. We saw him earlier standing over Davis, and that type of stuff is just stuff you do not want on either side, and Rogers the guilty party that time. I mean, this has been a messy second half.
Yes. You're right, Reese. It's a great example that they have to stay focused and concentrate each and every play.
Davis handing here. Burnley spinning out of a tackle, and he got back to the original line of scrimmage. At about 4:30 to play in this one. Davis will hand, or rather play action, looking to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Nice grab that time, and I believe that was Zay Hood again, but there is a flag, and I think it's coming back.
Yeah,
and it's a hold.
Against the Red Raiders, but tremendous catch by Zay Hood across the middle on the slant route.
Jadalyn Jackson, the right tackle, called for the hold. So it negates the touchdown. Would have been Hood's second of the half. So 2nd and 20. A first down would have to get all the way to the 2-yard line. Davis in the gun. Burnley off to his left, play action. Davis rolling to the right, trying to find a man. It looked like there was some pass interference as the ball is tipped and incomplete. Zay Hood was ripped to the ground in the corner.
Yes,
and no flag.
Yes, some physical play down there at the far side, but the officials let him play on.
And it looks like we have an injured Red Raider in the end zone. And I think that's Micah Gaya in the end zone, injured on the play for Tyler Legacy. So we're going to step aside. 49-28 is your score. 4:12 to play in this one. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here from Rose Stadium in Tyler. 3rd and 20 here for Tyler Legacy. Micah Gaya just injured on that last play. Throw is broken up. Was going for Hood. I think Landon Jones may have gotten a hand on it.
And it appeared that Hood was open at the right side around the 10-yard line, but a fine defensive play.
So 4th and 20. And Tyler Legacy has called a timeout, so they're going to talk it over. This is the last hope to even keep it alive. 49-28, 4:04 to play in this one. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here out of the timeout. Tyler Legacy, last hope. Davis in the gun, play action, stepping up, throwing long, and throwing to nobody as it looked like Zay Hood stopped the route as there's a helmet that comes off during the play from Zach Davis, who's asking for a penalty, saying I got hit in the head. And it doesn't appear that he's going to get one. So the Red Raiders offense is going to come up empty, and Marshall will take over on downs. 3:57 to play. 49-28 is your score. You're watching Tyler ISD. Welcome back here. Rose Stadium. Marshall taking over on downs as they look to ice this one. It's everything but over as it gives straight up the middle. Samaj Gatson says I'll add on to my tally today. Over 200 yards rushing as he picks up solid gain that time.
Well, for the Mavericks in this situation, Reese, they just want to run out the clock, use their outstanding running backs, what they've used throughout the entire game, Isaiah Bush, Gatson, and also the quarterback, Henderson. And you mentioned this earlier in the break, they have not been stopped. That's the amazing thing about it. In regards to this Marshall offense, they have not been stopped all night. The Red Raiders knew that they're going to run the football, that Marshall would run the ball, but that's the key facet is that they have been unable to stop them all night long, which is the reason for this 3-touchdown advantage.
So 2nd and 4 here for Marshall. As the next snap will come under the 3.5-minute mark. Henderson takes the snap. He gives off to Gatson. Gatson weaving out of an arm tackle. 40, 45 down the right sideline and finally knocked out of bounds inside the 50 at the 46.
Have you noticed, Reese, that tonight for the Mavericks, they've made this look so easy. You know what I mean? Once they get past the line of scrimmage, it's really just like a track meet for the running backs, for Gatson and Bush. All time and time again, they've done an outstanding job. Credit once again to the offensive line for the Mavericks.
I apologize. Our stream actually just cut out real quick. We're working to get the stream back up and working. It appears the timer ran out on our Huddle Focus camera. Hoping to get that back up and running here really quick. As the gain there about 4 yards. So hopefully we will get this up and moving here really quick. 49-28. Okay, you can see it now on your screen. 49-20 is our score. Yeah, I forgot to extend the time on our Huddle Focus cameras up here at Rose Stadium. 49-28. Well, you said earlier it's like the preseason for us a little bit too up in the booth. It's our second game working together, so we'll have hiccups, I promise you, and more on me than anything else. 2:37 to play. Here's a give straight up the middle, and Isaiah Bush hammering towards the first down.
Another power run by Isaiah Bush off the right tackle. Falls forward inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line per se. And the most important part about it, Reese, is that for the Mavericks, they just keep the clock moving and churning towards its conclusion.
2:11 and counting. Marshall did not punt in this game. This next snap's going to come in about 2 minutes, actually under 2 minutes. They might just need this. No, they won't. Give here up the middle and breaking through. 20, 10, 5, dragged down inside the 5 that time for Marshall. I don't believe that was Bush. Or was it? Yeah, it was Isaiah Bush on that carry to the 4-yard line.
Yep.
So 1:51 and ticking, and I'd be interested to see what Marshall's going to do here.
Also a great opportunity just to take some knees if they want to, out of respect.
Well, we'll see what they do. They probably could have needed on that last down.
Yep.
Under center, Henderson, and man, if they don't need this ball here, this is something to think about all offseason for Tyler Legacy. The next time they play these guys,
right.
That run goes nowhere, and a late flag pops in. Flag on the field, 1:15 to play in this one. I mean, it has been unsportsmanlike conduct after unsportsmanlike conduct here in the second half.
Yes, indeed, a very messy second half, Reese, on both sides with the penalties and also the false starts and the lack of discipline. We said this over the break. I think it's really frustration, especially by the players of Tyler Legacy, especially with the outcome.
Well, it's getting to the point where it's almost not good football. 4 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on Tyler Legacy in the second half, 6 total. Henderson under center. So he's going to wane it down as much as he can. We'll see if they snap it, and they are going to snap it. It's up the middle and in for, well, yes, in for 6. And that might feel like it's a little bit of rubbing salt into the wound.
Yeah.
If you're that Tyler Legacy sideline, there's nothing you can do about it, but certainly something you will have to think about for a long time until these two teams match up again next season.
Now, I was surprised about that play. Under 1 minute to go, just take a knee and wrap it up, but they decide to put it into the end zone, pouring salt onto the wound for the Marshall offense against this Red Raider defense, and that will go for tonight. You mentioned earlier, Reese, that for Tyler Legacy, for the Red Raiders, they did not stop Marshall in a single offensive possession tonight.
Eric Perkins, the left tackle, was hurt on that play, so we're hoping he's okay after that score. And Perkins a little bit gingerly walking to the sideline. The left tackle, this whole line has played so well for Marshall. That would be a big loss, but hoping he's all right. The extra point is up and drills the crossbar. It is caught off the crossbar by Marshall, but this is not going to count. Well, that's a big man's dream. The offensive lineman saying, look what I found. Takes it into the end zone, but that will not count. The extra point, no good. So that's the first blemish on the Marshall offense here tonight. 55-28, 50 seconds to play. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here, about 50 seconds to play. This one is all but over in the Rose City. And Marshall up 55-28. Jesus Grimaldo boots it away. It's dropped by Yee Holly, and called for a fair catch. Well, Tyler Legacy will get it off the fair catch. And for Tyler Legacy, it is back to the drawing board. They did some good things today, but it all unraveled in the second half.
Well, the offense did play well. They scored 28 points. In most occasions, that's enough to win a football game. But it was the mistakes, the penalties, and also the defense that really hurt Tyler Legacy tonight.
Actually, with them calling the fair catch and dropping it, Tyler Legacy is going to get the ball at their own 8-yard line. So we're going to see Von Lane into the game for the first time at quarterback. There was a quarterback battle all offseason between Lane and Davis. Lane played one series in the opener against Texas High. Davis has kind of taken the job by the horns. Lane last year, 24 of 47 in 2 starts for over 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns. Rodney Burnley on the carry that time. First down yardage. Clock will start ticking again, 44 seconds. But Von Lane, just a sophomore. Davis, a junior. So on paper, you'd think Lane's at least going to get 1 year to start. He's a big physical kid, still kind of molding into that quarterback, but you kind of see him on the field. He's an imposing presence, about 6'3", 215. Another give to Burnley straight up the middle, and he's dropped at the 25-yard line. The clock continues to tick. We're down at 15 seconds. And I don't think Tyler Legacy is going to take another snap as they walk towards the sideline. And the Marshall Mavericks have come into Rose Stadium and defeated the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders. Convincing final score of 55-28. We'll step aside and we'll come back in a few minutes and recap all this one had to offer right here on Tyler ISD Athletics.
Okay, cool. Go.
Welcome back here from Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. I'm Reese Land and Herman Howard to my left. 55-28 is our final here tonight. And Herman, my goodness, if you want a clinic on running, you would normally think, hey, let's go look at the Air Force. Let's go look at Georgia Tech under Paul Johnson. I'll tell you what, you need to go take a peek at these Marshall Mavericks under Jason Hammett. What a performance tonight.
outstanding performance, especially on the ground game by Marshall, which really was the difference in the game. I think the key was, especially for the running backs, once they went past the line of scrimmage, they were rarely touched by the Tyler Legacy defense, and also the big gains, and also give credit to the quarterback, Henderson, who was able to scamper to the sidelines and also have ample yardage in tonight's game. And what the amazing thing about this game tonight, Reese, is that for Marshall, they did not punt in the game, and also every time they had the football, they scored tonight, which was the difference, and that really hurt Tyler Legacy.
There was not one punt in this game either. Tyler Legacy missed a field goal. They turned it over on downs. They threw an interception. They scored 28 points, but no punts in this game. I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life. Marshall had 265 yards at the break. We don't have the final tally. I'd be willing to bet they had over 500 on the ground. It was just pure dominance. But I think you got to give credit where credit is due. Alton Henderson played magnificently under center tonight.
He was outstanding tonight, the leader of the Mavericks offense as far as his play calling, and also he mixed up the runs, the inside running game with the outside running game. It was just total domination by the Mavericks on offense tonight, which really put Tyler Legacy on their heels throughout the game.
Well, Tyler Legacy is going to have to go back to the drawing board. There is no doubt about that, as you should be able to see us on your screen now. We went away for a minute, but Tyler Legacy's got to go back to the drawing board. There's no doubt about it. 0-3. You've got Crowley at Crowley next week before you start district play. It's hard to really look at one thing and be like, oh, we got to fix this, we got to fix that, because at the end of the day, gave up 55 points. But going into next week, I would think tackling has got to be on their list of priorities.
Absolutely. When Tyler Legacy, when they take a look at the film for this upcoming week in preparation for Friday, several things they have to work on, as you mentioned, is the tackling and also the discipline as well. The second half was a little bit sloppy by the Red Raiders. They were unfocused. It seemed like they were just frustrated at the Marshall ground attack, and it really went to their heads tonight. So they have to take a look at the film, be more focused, and also play more team-focused football in their preparation for next week.
They did do some good things offensively, especially in the first half, but you look at the second half, Zach Davis really played well. His one bad play, or I shouldn't even say bad play, his one mistake, he probably shouldn't have thrown into coverage. That interception really was the dagger. He played well outside of that.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, Zach Davis gave him a lot of credit. He had a heart and soul on the football field tonight. He really rallied his team, because whenever that Marshall scored and he's able to bounce back, it was a one-score game several times in that third quarter, but it was just too much of the Marshall ground attack, and that really hurt Tyler Legacy tonight as they fall to 0-3 on the season.
Well, they're going to have to get it going next week as they head to Crowley out in the DFW. That's a long bus trip. For us, we will have Tyler High next week. It was 35-7 at halftime. We can tell you that, assuming Tyler High held on in that one. And if they did, they'll be 2-1 heading into a game against Lufkin. Last year, that game 23-20, it was very close, and one Tyler High would certainly like to get. But as we look forward into next week, stay tuned on our social media as well as on our YouTube channel here at Tyler ISD Athletics. Click subscribe. You can turn on our post notifications, get notified every single time we go live. We'll have other games next week, but our next Friday night football game will be Tyler High and Lufkin here next Friday. And we saw them the last time, the Rose City rivalry. That offense looked explosive.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, Tyler High, especially with the ground attack, they really did a great job last week against Tyler Legacy. If all goes well, they should be 2-1 at the end of tonight, heading back forward to that game next week. Lots of offense, and also especially the ground game. Should be very exciting. Well,
that'll about do it for myself. Herman Howard to my left, our second game ever, saying so long here from Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. Your final, Marshall 55, Tyler Legacy 28. We'll catch you next Friday. That is a 7 o'clock start time pregame at about 6:45. See you.